afternoon, guys. Rachel Cush here. Welcome back to my channel. So if you've been following my journey, I have twin boys who are now 2 months old. So this is their 2-month update. I'm so excited to let you know that they are getting huge. I'm talking they've doubled their birth weight in 2 months, and I'm so proud of them. They were born at 4 pounds 14 ounces and 5 pounds 3 ounces. They are now both 10 pounders and just growing like crazy. I did a 1-month twin update video, and you can check that out. I'll link that below. Just kind of showing like how they did in the first month. I know that adjusted age-wise, they're only about a month old, but 2 months old in things that they can learn on their own. So things that are regulated by their body, like their sleep cycle, how awake they are when they're awake, how long they feed for, stuff like that. They tend to be more in tune with the 1-month-old, but they're doing other things that 2 months old would do. So it's really exciting to see them grow and change. So since I talked to you last time, they had their tongue and lip tie cut. We have been doing exercises at home to make sure it heals properly. At the 2-month mark, it's been about 4 full weeks of it, and it's healing wonderfully. They're nursing better, they're latching better. And so the boys are also more comfortable. A frenectomy is it's called a frenectomy. It's when they clip the skin that holds down the lip and the tongue for a baby, and it makes it difficult for them to nurse and latch. I think later on it can cause speech impediments. And so it's really great that we got it taken care of early. They use a cauterizing laser that like cuts and closes the wound at the same time, and it only took a couple of minutes. But the follow-up is what the bulk of the care for that is like, that's in it. So I do think that it's been a lot doing that, but it's been really good for them. We do their mouth stretching exercises every 4 to 6 hours, and that allows us to know that the wound won't like close back on itself or develop another tie to hold the tongue back down. I think we only have to do it for a couple more weeks, and then it should be all healed up and ready to go. I will probably end up doing a video on that. There's a lot of stuff that I didn't know about it, and the care part of it I think is really cool, and I would want to share it with a parent. I know that other people had tongue and lip ties clipped and they didn't have any follow-up care, but from when because it was done either at the hospital or at a ENT, and they didn't give them a lot of follow-up. But after doing a little bit of research, I know that the best thing you can do is a little bit of like mouth stretching for a couple weeks afterwards. And so I'll probably share that with you guys in another video. There's a lot there. They were also circumcised. They recovered from that in a couple days. Again, their lip and tongue tie took a couple days of recovery where they were a little cranky, but after that they were good. I feel like babies are super resilient and like snap back really, really quickly. So on top of like taking care of all that stuff, we started seeing a baby chiropractor for the boys' frenectomy because they were really squished together in the womb. One was really low and the other was up under a rib. They both have a side that they like to drop their head to because that's the way they were in the womb, and it's really tight when they move their head the other way. Their jaws are also tight from the tongue and lip tie. And so we went to a baby chiropractor where they just work with infants and they adjust them. And then they also gave us exercises to do with them at home where we're massaging their cheeks and their jaw and like doing like gentle massage on them, so that helps them with the mobility. We've been doing that for about 2 weeks. It's made a huge difference. Like I can tell you, I have to put my hands in their mouth for the massage, like the tongue and lip tie massages. It used to be really tight, and after doing these other massages from the chiropractor and getting them adjusted, they have a way bigger range of motion with their jaw and their neck and their shoulders. So that's been huge for us. I really enjoy seeing the boys become more comfortable. I didn't even realize they were uncomfortable before. And now that I see them loosening up and their shoulders drop more and their jaw can drop open more and they can move their head more freely. All right, so I want to cover, now that I covered kind of the things that have happened to them, kind of things that they are learning. So really exciting. The boys are responding to contrasting colors and light. They love seeing like the light come in the morning through the blinds. They like the black and white picture cards. We're using the Baby Einstein picture cards where it's just black and white patterns. but they're obsessed with them. They just stare at them. It's very stimulating to their brains. Babies have not the best eyesight, so high contrast is very easy for them to see. And it's also really cute to watch them like make noises at it. They're also starting to make more noises. They're not making anything that sounds like a word yet, but they're cooing and kind of laughing or making like really loud like ah sounds or ooh sounds, and it's really, really cute. So we've been doing sensory activities with them as far as like letting them listen to music, and then I have been reading to them. They have little board books. They're hearing us talk to them, as well as the contrast cards, and they've been enjoying looking at themselves in a baby mirror, which is really cute. When they're laying on their back, we're placing a mirror alongside of them, and they can turn and look at themselves and watch themselves move, and they are very, very interested in that and really love that. So that's the kind of stuff we're doing with them as far as like sensory activities. We've also started doing tummy time for longer. They can be on their stomach for a couple minutes on the floor before getting cranky. Tummy time is when you just lay the baby flat and they like push up with their hands and lift their head up. They like it way better on our chest, so at night a lot of times we'll lay down flat and let the boys lay on us, and then they'll use their forearms to lift their chest up and their head. They can hold their head up for over a minute or two now, and they can actually turn their head while it's lifted, so it's really exciting to see them gain that like strength in their neck and in their shoulders and their chest. Tummy time is really important also to make sure the back of their heads don't go flat from laying on their back all the time. So tummy time, reading, visual like stimulation from contrast. They also love to see, like my aunt knitted us this really cute jellyfish. They like to grasp onto it. My other aunt made us a really soft teddy bear, and so if the bear is near them, like they will brush their hand up against it. I'm not sure if it's on purpose or like they're hitting it and then they want to know what's going on, but it's really kind of cute, and it's really cool to see them grasping at the jellyfish tentacles, to see them using their hands more purposefully. They can also bring their hands together now. And the other thing that I noticed the other day is they can track us with their eyes. So if I'm over here and then I move across their line of vision, their eyes will move with me even though their head won't move. And I thought that was really, really cool. They love to look out when they're being walked around or when we're wearing them in the sling, but that's mostly what we're doing for those activities. And now the update that everybody wants to know: how are the babies sleeping? So their sleeping and feeding schedule has not changed much. It's extended a little bit, but we're not getting huge pockets of sleep at night like I see other people getting around the 8-week mark or the 6 to 8 week mark. We're just not seeing that. The boys are still feeding about every 2 hours with 3-hour stretches 1 to 2 times a day. So what's happening, say they wake up at midnight, we feed them. It takes about a half hour to feed them, diaper them, and put them back down, anywhere between a half hour and 40 minutes. Starting at midnight, so about 12:30 they go down. 2 o'clock they will be back up to feed. Occasionally, once every couple nights, they're sleeping a 3-hour stretch in the middle of the night, which is they'll wake up at midnight. Again, we'll feed, burp them, change them, put them back down about 12:30, and they won't wake up till about 3 to eat again. Again, that's not consistent, although it is giving me hope that the boys are literally about to start sleeping a little bit longer. They also have a 3-hour stretch occasionally during the day, and even on one occasion a couple nights ago, they woke up in a 3.5-hour stretch. So we actually got about 3 full hours of sleep. It was the most beautiful thing. I woke up and didn't know who I was. I was like, boom, ready to take the day. Then I realized it was 3:30 in the morning, and then I should calm down. But the next day was a lot easier on me because I had gotten some sleep. So that is their sleep schedule, still 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours with an occasional 3-hour stretch. In the middle of the night, I'm hoping we get more 3-hour stretches because that's when obviously I need those stretches the most. Fingers crossed. It's happened several times, and now I just need it to happen like consistently. I think that would be really wonderful. And it's wonderful for the boys. I want them to sleep longer and get more restful sleep. But, you know, they're still hungry. They're growing at an incredible rate. And so that's why they're waking up to feed as often as they have. At 2 months, how are they nursing? They are nursing so much better. So The boys were having trouble latching now that their frenectomy is done. They are now latching and staying on the breast for anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes. It's not all day, every day, but it is several times a day. And so I'm so proud of them for being able to do that. It's so exciting for me to be able to have that time to breastfeed them. If they don't, then they take a bottle and we're able to fill it with breast milk most of the time. We still supplement here and there. I'm really, really excited to see them growing and changing. I'm going to drop some photos of them here. They're 2-month photos. They are sleeping right now, and I did not want to wake them up just to give you an update. I find that that would probably be kind of mean. But I can't wait till they're also big enough that I can hold them both in the video. They're both hard to hold down because they still can't hold their head up by themselves, so it's very awkward to carry them both at the same time. I'm excited to update you a month from now on how the boys are doing. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you want to see the boys grow up, the twins develop, and see how they're doing. Thanks guys, bye.